I am Neelam. Today we are going to learn the first chapter in statistics, that is index number. Now, for understanding the index number, the first thing which we have to study is what kind of changes we observe in the nature. For example, if you see price of an item, that is any item which we are taking, its price changes from years to years. Similarly, national income, that may be the income of a person or the income of any institution, also varies with the time. Similarly, production of any company also varies with the time. Similarly, employment and unemployment and investment of any company also changes in according with the time. Now, since the financial condition of different countries is different in different years, import and export also change in accordance with the time. Similarly, the birth rate and the death rate of a particular country also change if certain calamities happen in years. So, if birth rate and death rate changes, the population also changes with the country. Similarly, these changes which we have discussed over here, they are in the same direction or in the opposite direction. Now, what do you mean by same direction and the opposite direction? Now, if these changes which we have discussed increases with the increase in time, what do you mean by this? That as years goes on, these rates also increase with the time, then the change is called the same direction. If these changes are in such a way that they decrease with the increase in the time, then the changes are said to be in the opposite direction. These changes we can compare in two ways. First one is method of absolute measure, or you can also call it as method of absolute difference. Second one is method of ratios, or you can call it as method of relative measure. Now let us understand these two methods. Now the first one, we are taking an example of absolute difference method. Now suppose you are having two items, and the two items are wheat and rice. And suppose the prices of these two items we are having in 2 years, that is 2015 and 2016. Suppose the price of wheat is 40 in 2015 and it is 46 in 2016. Suppose the price of rice we are taking as 30 and 36 in these 2 years. Now if you take the difference of the prices in the 2 years, for wheat we will have 46 minus 40, that is 6 rupees. Similarly, for the rice if you are having, you can take it as 36 minus 30, that is also 6 rupees. So we have seen that the price of these two commodities have increased by 6 rupees in these 2 years. That means we can see that the price increases by 6 rupees. So this is called as difference method, that is we are subtracting the two prices. Now let us understand what is ratio method. So let us consider again the two items in the year 2015 and 2016. The items which we are considering are wheat and rice. Let their prices be again over here 15 and 20. And suppose here the price is 20 and 25. Now when we take the ratio for wheat, we will have 30 upon 15, that is 2. And for rice, it is 25 upon 20, that is 5 5s are 25 and 5 4s are 20. So here the ratio which we are taking is 2 and 5 by 4 for wheat and rice as a relative measure. Now what was the difference in the two? Here we have taken the ratios and here we have taken the difference. These multiplying by 100 and find its percentage, that relative percentage measure we can use for comparing how much the price of any item or any variable is changing. So in that way, this index number we can define as a percentage change in the value of any variable which is associated with any item for any period which we are taking compared to its value in any fixed period. That means the comparison of the current value we are doing in terms of the fixed value or the fixed year, and that percentage relative measure is called an index number. So you can note down the definition of the index number, that is percentage change in the value of a variable associated with any item for the given period compared to its value in a fixed period is called an index number. Now, as you have seen the two methods of the comparison, for the comparison the most important thing is, that is selection of base year. Now, what do you mean by base year? Base year means a fixed period with which we are comparing. The fixed period may be any particular year with which we are doing the comparison, or the successive years we compare with the previous years, that can be the base year. Now this base year, when we are going to select, that can be done in the two ways. We can do by the fixed base method, or we can do by the chain base method. But the most important thing is that this base year which we are selecting should be a normal year, and it should be free from calamities. What do you mean by calamities? That is, no earthquake, no floods, nothing should have happened in this year. Now what do we mean by fixed base method? Fixed base method means a particular year or a fixed year is taken for the comparison. And in chain based method, what is the meaning? That previous year is taken for the comparison. For example, if you are taking 2 years, 2015, 2016, and more years, 2017 and so on, for this comparison, for 2015, 16 it should be 2015, for 2017 it should be 2016. Understand the fixed base method for calculating the index number. So here is an example for it, that is calculate fixed base index number taking 2007 as base year. So here we are having these different years from 2007 to 2011 and the prices are given over here. Now let us calculate the index number by the fixed base method. Now in this fixed base method, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to divide these prices by the price of the year 2007 and then multiply by 100. For example, if you take the year 2007, the price is 40, base is also 40 because 2007 is the base year. So your index number will be 40 upon 40 into 100. For the second year, base is 40, current price is 48, so you will have 48 upon 40 into 100. Third one, 60 is the price, base is 40, so you will have 60 upon 40 into 100. Last one, second last one is 68, this is 40, so you will have 68 upon 40 into 100. The last is 80, so 80 upon 40 into 100. Now you see that the denominator in all these things is 40, that is the price of the base year. So the formula will be the current price divided by the base year's price into 100, and then when you calculate these values, you will get the fixed base index number. So we can summarize the formula for this as current price upon base price into 100. This is the formula for the fixed base index number. Now let us calculate these values. 40 upon 40 into 100, when you solve it out, you will get it as 100. 48 upon 40 into 100, when you do, you will get it as 120. 60 upon 40 into 100, when you do, you will get it as 150. 68 upon 40 into 100, when you will do, you will get it as 170. And the last one, when you do, you will get it as 200. So this is the index number by the fixed base method, or you can call it as fixed base index number. Now let us take another example of calculating fixed base index number. Now let us see this question. Calculate fixed base index number by taking average production of 2006 and 2007 as base year's production. Now for this, the first thing which we have to calculate is the average base production by taking the average of production of 2006 and 2007. So average production will be equal to, see, 2006 we are having production 230 and for 2007 we are having 270. So average production will be 230 plus 270 divided by 2. So when you calculate this thing, you will have 500 by 2, that is 250. So now what you are supposed to do for calculating these index numbers, all these production should be divided by the value 250 and then multiplied by 100. So let us see for the first one, 200 by 250 into 100. Second one is 230 upon 250 into 100. Next one you are having 270 upon 250 into 100. Next is 280 upon 250 into 100. Last one is 300 upon 250 into 100. So what was the difference? In the first sum, the base was the base of a single year, and here the base is the average of the 2 years which we have to calculate first divided by that value. So when you calculate these values, you will get the index number, that is the fixed base index number, and you can find out these values with the help of your calculator. So when you calculate these values, you will get it as 80, 92, 108, 112 and 120 as the fixed base index number. Now on the basis of fixed method, you solve out these sums, that is illustration number 1 given on page number 7, illustration number 3 given on page number 9, exercise 1.1, question number 1 and 2, exercise 1, section B, question number 8. Solve these sums in your notebooks and submit it when the school opens. So today we learned different methods of calculating index number. First one was ratio method, second was difference method, third was fixed base method. In the next session, we are going to learn about the chain based method for calculating the index number.